It was an emotional day yesterday as a new Kobe Bryant statue was unveiled outside a Crypto.com arena. It features the NBA star and his daughter Gianna.
And today the public will get their first look at that statue.
For years, the world has admired Kobe Bryant as one of basketball's greatest legends. His championships, unforgettable performances, and relentless Mamba mentality inspired millions across the globe. But years after his tragic passing, another story has emerged. One that has reignited public curiosity and sparked countless discussions online. It isn't about another trophy or another record. Instead, it centers on what was allegedly discovered inside a property once owned by Vanessa Bryant, a discovery surrounded by mystery, emotion, and speculation. Before we continue, it's important to remember that many of the more sensational claims surrounding this alleged discovery have never been publicly verified. While the rumors continue to spread across social media and YouTube, the confirmed story of Kobe Bryant's life is already extraordinary without adding fiction. The tragedy that unfolded in January 2020 changed the sports world forever. On that heartbreaking morning, Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others lost their lives in a helicopter crash in Southern California. The shocking news traveled around the world within minutes. Fans gathered outside Staples Center, now Crypto.com arena, leaving flowers, jerseys, basketballs, handwritten letters, and candles in honor of a man who had inspired generations. Years later, another emotional milestone arrived when a statue honoring Kobe and Gianna was unveiled outside the arena, reminding millions that while legends may leave this world, their influence never truly disappears. Yet behind every public tribute stood a grieving family trying to rebuild their lives. Vanessa Bryant suddenly found herself carrying an unimaginable burden. She wasn't simply mourning the loss of her husband. She was also mourning the loss of her daughter while raising 3 young girls who were depending on her for strength. At the same time, she became responsible for protecting one of the most recognizable personal brands in sports history. That responsibility was enormous. Kobe Bryant wasn't simply an NBA superstar. During 20 seasons with the Los Angeles Lakers, he transformed himself into one of the greatest athletes the game had ever seen. 5 NBA championships, countless awards, Olympic gold medals, and over 33,000 career points secured his place among basketball's immortals. But Kobe's ambitions never stopped at basketball. Long before retirement, he was preparing for life after the NBA. Unlike many athletes who focused only on endorsements, Kobe immersed himself in business, technology, media, and investing. He studied successful entrepreneurs with the same intensity that he once studied opposing defenses. One of his smartest decisions came in 2014 when he invested $6 million into Body Armor, a relatively unknown sports drink company. At the time, critics questioned the investment. Few believed it could ever compete with industry giants. Years later, Coca-Cola acquired Body Armor, turning Kobe's investment into one reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars. It became one of the most successful athlete investments ever recorded. But that wasn't his only success. Together with entrepreneur Jeff Stibble, Kobe co-founded Bryant Stibble, a venture capital firm focused on technology, media, and innovative startups. Rather than acting as a celebrity investor, he reportedly attended meetings fully prepared, asking detailed questions and carefully evaluating every opportunity before making decisions. His competitive drive had simply shifted from basketball courts to boardrooms. Then came Granity Studios. Through this company, Kobe pursued storytelling, producing books, podcasts, and creative projects designed to inspire younger generations. His animated short film Dear Basketball even earned an Academy Award, making him the first professional athlete to win an Oscar. Retirement had not slowed him down. If anything, he seemed more determined than ever to leave behind something greater than statistics. Everything Kobe built appeared connected by one common goal, creating a legacy that would continue long after he was gone. Sadly, no one imagined how soon that legacy would be tested. Following the helicopter crash, Vanessa Bryant inherited not only an estimated fortune worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but also countless responsibilities involving business partnerships, licensing agreements, charitable foundations, investments, and intellectual property. Many people assumed others would manage these responsibilities for her. Instead, Vanessa stepped forward herself. She became the guardian of Kobe's legacy, making difficult decisions while simultaneously grieving one of the greatest personal losses imaginable. Her situation became even more complicated because legal disputes soon emerged. Kobe's relationship with his parents had experienced periods of tension over the years, particularly regarding personal memorabilia and family disagreements. Meanwhile, Vanessa faced another painful legal battle when her own mother filed a lawsuit seeking financial compensation, claiming Kobe had promised lifelong support. Vanessa publicly rejected those claims, describing them as false and deeply hurtful before the dispute was eventually resolved. For anyone watching from the outside, it seemed that tragedy had been followed by controversy. Yet through it all, Vanessa continued protecting the projects Kobe cared about most. She worked to preserve his partnerships, oversee charitable efforts, and ensure that the Mamba legacy continued for future generations. Then came the rumors that would capture the internet's attention. According to numerous online stories, renovations inside a former Bryant property supposedly led to the discovery of a hidden compartment containing personal letters, keepsakes, and private messages written by Kobe over many years. Some versions even claimed the collection included sealed envelopes meant for future anniversaries and deeply personal instructions for his family. These claims quickly spread across social media. Headlines became increasingly dramatic. Some suggested Kobe had predicted his own death. Others claimed the letters contained secret financial instructions or hidden plans for managing his business empire. However, despite how often these stories have been repeated, there has been no public evidence confirming that such a hidden cache of letters was actually discovered. Much of the narrative remains based on unverified reports and online speculation rather than documented fact. Still, the mystery continues to fascinate millions because it touches on a question that has always surrounded Kobe Bryant. How prepared was he for the future? Those closest to him often described a man obsessed with preparation. Whether practicing before sunrise, studying game film for hours, or researching investment opportunities late into the night, Kobe rarely left anything to chance. That mindset naturally fuels speculation whenever stories like these appear. Could someone who planned every detail of his career also have prepared private messages for his family? Or has the internet simply woven together isolated facts into a far more dramatic story? As the rumors grew, attention increasingly shifted toward Vanessa Bryant herself. How had she managed to take control of such a complex business empire so quickly after experiencing unimaginable loss? Was it simply remarkable resilience? Or had Kobe spent years preparing her for responsibilities that neither of them expected would arrive so soon? Those questions have fueled endless debates online. And if the alleged discovery inside the estate contained anything at all, could it explain how Vanessa managed to protect one of the world's most valuable sports legacies during the most difficult period of her life? That is where the story becomes even more intriguing. As rumors surrounding the alleged discovery continued to spread, one question stood above all the rest. If Kobe Bryant truly left behind private messages for his family, what would they reveal? According to the claims circulating online, the supposed collection contained deeply personal letters written over many years. Some were said to be simple notes expressing love and gratitude to Vanessa, while others were reportedly intended for milestones that Kobe feared he might never witness. Stories even described sealed envelopes marked for future anniversaries and handwritten messages addressed to each of his daughters. These stories quickly captured public attention because they seemed perfectly aligned with the image many people had of Kobe. Throughout his life, he rarely approached anything without preparation. Former teammates often described him as someone who planned every practice session in remarkable detail. Business partners spoke about his disciplined approach to investments and long-term strategy. Even after retirement, Kobe appeared focused on building a future that extended far beyond basketball. That reputation made the rumors feel believable to many fans. But there is an important distinction between what has been confirmed and what remains speculation. One of the most widely repeated claims involves an alleged letter supposedly written just weeks before the helicopter crash. According to the transcript, Kobe expressed a feeling that something was coming and instructed that the message only be read if anything happened to him. However, there is no publicly verified evidence that such a letter has ever been released or authenticated. The emotional nature of the story has caused it to spread rapidly online, but without official confirmation, it should be viewed with caution. What is publicly documented is Vanessa Bryant's remarkable determination in the years following the tragedy. Rather than disappearing from public life, she became the driving force behind preserving Kobe's legacy. She continued supporting the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, protected Kobe's intellectual property, worked with business partners, and ensured that projects honoring both Kobe and Gianna continued moving forward. She also fought several high-profile legal battles to defend her family's privacy and dignity. For many observers, her strength was inspiring. Others wondered how she managed such enormous responsibilities while coping with unimaginable grief. The transcript suggests that Kobe may have prepared detailed contingency plans long before his passing. It references stories of a just-in-case folder that allegedly contained reminders, strategies, and guidance for managing various aspects of his business affairs. Again, while Kobe was unquestionably known for careful preparation, the specific contents of any private planning documents have never been publicly verified. Still, the idea itself reflects something genuine about Kobe's personality. Preparation defined nearly every chapter of his life. Whether he was preparing for an NBA Finals game, evaluating a startup investment, or developing a creative project through Granity Studios, Kobe consistently emphasized discipline, organization, and long-term thinking. Those qualities became central to what fans now call the Mamba mentality. That philosophy may explain why so many people find these stories compelling. Not because they have been proven true, but because they seem consistent with the person Kobe appeared to be. The transcript also raises questions about Kobe's wealth and whether hidden assets or undisclosed investments might still exist. It speculates that private holdings, trusts, or complex financial structures could have existed beyond what appeared in public reports. Large estates often involve complicated financial planning. However, there is no public evidence supporting claims that missing millions were discovered or that secret accounts were uncovered through any alleged documents. Those ideas remain speculation rather than established fact. Perhaps the most meaningful part of this story isn't the mystery itself. It's what people hope the mystery represents. Fans don't simply want to believe that Kobe left behind money or business instructions. They want to believe he left behind guidance, advice, love, messages that would continue helping his family long after he was gone. That hope speaks volumes about the connection millions of people felt toward him. Even years after his passing, Kobe Bryant remains more than a basketball icon. His work ethic continues inspiring athletes. His business accomplishments are studied by entrepreneurs. His storytelling encourages young readers and creators. And his commitment to family remains an important part of how many people remember him. Vanessa Bryant has played a central role in protecting that legacy. Despite extraordinary public attention, painful legal disputes, and overwhelming personal loss, she has continued honoring both Kobe and Gianna through charitable work, public memorials, educational initiatives, and ongoing partnerships that preserve the Mamba name. That may be the real story, not hidden drawers, not secret fortunes, not mysterious letters predicting the future, but a family determined to preserve the legacy of loved ones whose impact reached far beyond sports. The internet will likely continue producing dramatic headlines promising shocking discoveries inside Bryant properties. Some stories will blend verified facts with rumor. Others may be entirely fictional. For viewers and readers alike, the most responsible approach is to separate documented history from speculation. The confirmed facts are already remarkable enough. Kobe Bryant transformed himself from a teenage NBA rookie into one of basketball's greatest champions. He built successful businesses, won an Academy Award, inspired millions through his relentless pursuit of excellence, and left behind a legacy that continues influencing athletes, entrepreneurs, and families around the world. Vanessa Bryant has carried the enormous responsibility of protecting that legacy while raising their daughters and navigating life after an unimaginable tragedy. Whether or not every rumor surrounding the alleged estate discovery is ever proven, one truth remains undeniable. The lasting impact of Kobe Bryant was never hidden inside a drawer. It lives on in the people he inspired, the family he loved, and the legacy that continues to grow with every passing year. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories exploring the lives, legacies, and untold histories behind some of the world's most unforgettable public figures.